Howdy, and welcome to this edition of Microsafaris. Here we feature Stentor, the MicroTrumpeter. Stentor gets its name because it's shaped like a trumpeter, and in the Greek Trojan Wars, Stentor was indeed the trumpeter for the troops. So the shape is a big part of the name. This is a relatively large single-celled ciliate. It's a ciliate because you can see the cilia beating around the top of the Stentor over there on the left. And over on the right, you could see another Stentor not taking that trumpet shape because it's free swimming and so tends to form more of a barrel shape. This guy here you can see is a little bit more than 0.8 of a millimeter in size, just on the edge of being visible. And in this view, you see under dark field a much better angle of how they can feed. The cilia will create whirlpools of water which pull particles of food in, and they have a mouth called a buccal funnel that we'll see better later, and that allows them to feed. You see the barrel-shaped Stentor swimming away there. So they're able, when food's not plentiful, they'll just detach from that mat of bacteria and swim around. Here we see up close now with two Stentor, and I'm going to focus on the top one. That dark green circular spot is the buccal funnel. The stripes you can see in the membrane there are myonemes. They're, in essence, like little muscle fibers that allow this to change shape and stretch out or contract, as the case may be. It's one of the fastest contracting cells in the world after spirostomum, feature of another Microsafari. Now notice the chain of beads. It looks like a string of beads there in white. And those are the nuclei. Unlike human cells, which have one single nucleus, this creature has multiple nuclei, anywhere from some cases 5 up to 10 or 15, and they're in a string there. Not well understood why that is. That's a big question for any of you interested in going into Stentor research. We also can see the buccal funnel there, and we're going to see it even better here. Here you can see it very clearly. It has cilia beating to draw food into it. You also, on the left edge, see cilia, which are also helpful in locomotion. Above the buccal funnel, you see a large circular spot. That large circular spot is a water vacuole, and it will get rid of water over time. And here you take a quick measurement, and you can see across the body of the cell here, it's roughly just under 1/3 of a millimeter in size. Now, we've zoomed in even more, and we're going to take an up-close and personal look at the edge here with those cilia. You can see them beating a little bit more clearly this way. They look like little eyelashes. And then we come down and focus on the buccal funnel. It's three-dimensional, so we're zooming kind of in and out here with focus. It's hard to stay focused with the Stentor moving and a very narrow field of vision. But you can see this crescent here comes in at less than 1/10 of a millimeter in size, so it's tiny, and it's basically creating a whirlpool action to get food particles in where a vacuole can form at the bottom of it there on the left side. So that gives you a good feel of how these things feed, and because the buccal funnel is so small, it's feeding almost all the time. Here you see an extended bulbous Stentor. You can see the nuclei really well here, as well as the buccal funnel again. And we'll do another episode on Stentor. I want to thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit about Stentor here. And I also would like to take a chance to thank my good friends over at Exo Labs. They're the folks that make the focus microscope camera, which allows me to get these great images to share with you. And if you want to find me online, my email is john@bluelionphotos.com. You can find me at Twitter @bluelionphotos or at bluelionphotos.com.